dance is everything.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you will ever listen to. We are the creators of the Spooky Pit, the innovators of the Passion Bump, and we take you down the darkest rabbit holes of all things horror.
Welcome, spooky bitches. We review horror movies and fuck them with comedy. We are your final bros, Brian Hopper LaGrassa and Shane the Cleaner Smith. And we are joined, as always, by our Scream Queen, Jen the producer, and special guest today, our dancer friend, Michelle.
Hi.
Welcome, Michelle.
Hi, guys.
I prefer the Glory Hole nickname we had one of our previous episodes.
So the cleaner, the reason why I call Shane the Cleaner is because he cleans. He's a cleaner. He cleans things.
For people who don't remember that this is an audio podcast, meaning my co-host, Brian's doing all of this in quotations.
He cleans things, including holes.
I like a clean room.
And a hole.
That is about it.
I hope you like clean holes, too.
He does. He loves cleaning holes.
So are you
Okay.
are you saying you only like clean rooms and you prefer your holes nasty?
I mean, we weren't talking about holes. I thought we were just talking about, cleaning a room,
This is-
cleaning a bathroom.
I don't even know where the topic came from.
It's fitting because we are reviewing Climax today, and my co-host, they like the Climax.
Well, yeah, you like to bust all the time. You tell me all the time that you just
I do.
bust.
I bust.
A lot of people busted during this movie and this episode. Unfortunately, this movie didn't do it for me.
You didn't bust because I was busting all over this movie.
I know you were.
Yeah, of course you were. You just bust all the time at the most inappropriate times, actually.
I'm really curious to know, what you love so much about it.
Everything.
I am in agreement with Brian. This movie is
Everything.
amazing.
They tend to like the more artistic movies.
Yeah.
I tend to like I like comedy horror. Comedy is my genre.
Mm-hmm.
But if something's artistic, I will appreciate it. They're the two that will like the artistic.
Yeah, I can appreciate some of it.
You mean the dancing numbers? So Michelle is a dancing. She's a dancing teacher. She has experience in dance. Gang. Yeah, she's experienced in dance, which is awesome. So I'm happy that you could join us and talk to us about some of these crazy dance moves. In fact, if me and Shane were actually practicing some of these dance moves early on.
No,
We
you
were.
weren't.
Yes, we were.
Oh, my God.
I'll fucking do this shit right now.
Show me. I want to see.
Oh, Brian, it's not a visual podcast.
It's
Okay, we're doing it.
No, yes, it is. I'm going to start recording. I was going to start doing... Yes! Oh, my God, Brian, you're voguing. I fucking love it. That's so hard to do. It's so hard on your knees.
Literally the easiest thing I could do ever.
Oh, my God.
Well, Brian
that's
has
so much
very good
fun.
knees.
Brian's body's falling apart.
No, not his knees. Just I don't know, the lack of food maybe. But other than that, I think he's doing good.
So what's cool about this movie, and I think why me and Shane love this so much, because we've seen so many horror movies, and this particular director is a master of film work in terms of his camera angles, how he directs, how he shoots his movies are very, very artistic. So there's a lot of shots where the camera will invert, go upside down, and it'll really change the perspective of the film. So I get jazzed about that.
Do you want to know some stuff about the movie up front, since this movie gets pretty gnarly right away?
The more you
100%.
talk about it, the more I'm actually going to unbutton my pants.
I'm okay with that. I'm prepared for that. So this movie was shot with pretty much a 5-page script, which sounds like the least amount of pages in a script we've ever had for a movie.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, considering that I gave you the Midsummer script for, what was it, Christmas or your birthday?
Yeah. I have it in there still.
Yeah. Compared to that script, this movie is nothing. And the first 10-minute scene, the whole opening, it took between 15 and 16 takes to shoot because it's a consecutive shot. The majority of this movie, honestly, is a consecutive shot.
You mean the dance part?
Yeah, the dance
the
part.
most amazing dance part ever fucking put on film. That was
Facts.
beautiful.
Definitely. And then the second half of this film, it's pretty much a single unbroken 42-minute long take.
Wow.
The second part of the film, you mean the nastiest part of the film?
Post opening credits is kind of that weird one shot irreversible type style.
Yes.
Yeah, this is one of the, I think you can kind of tell by the way it's shot, but the whole movie was pretty much shot chronologically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say that was not chronological is the very beginning, because the very beginning is the end. But yeah, Totally.
Other than that, yes,
Yeah.
everything
You
is
mean
shot in order.
In the snow, the girl.
Yeah,
in the
correct.
snow.
That's the only thing. Yeah, everything else is chronological.
And being that like it was a 5-page script, that makes the rest of the movie improvised.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of dancing.
Yeah.
Well, like Shane's the one who turned me onto this movie because I love this director because I've seen Irreversible, we've seen Enter the
So
Void.
who's the director?
His name is Gaspar Noe. He's a French director. He's made this movie Irreversible. Is very famous because there's a very infamous rape scene in the movie.
It goes
so
on for
this
about
is
10
his
minutes.
style.
It's a
Yes.
style. There's a very, very difficult to watch rape scene in Irreversible. He's very famous for because the way he shot it.
There was a movie I watched. I think The Last House on the Left or The End of the Lake House or something. Which one was it?
Last House on the Left.
That had also like a very difficult to watch.
Scene, yeah. But the reason why I'm saying that is because that one scene is like in a red tunnel, and the way it's shot, it's like really hard to watch. But yeah, last
Which
time I watched stuff.
one? Which rape scene are we talking about?
It's not in this movie. It's in this movie called Irreversible. It came out in 2002 with Monica
Yeah.
Bellucci.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Same director. It's actually shot in reverse.
Yes,
kind
it
of
is.
like but
from
this-
beginning, from end to beginning.
There's a really intense, like 10-minute, like rape scene that he shoots, and it's shot very cleverly, but it's a tough scene to watch. But his style is very crazy. Enter the Void is a 3-hour movie he made. It's very drug induced in I don't even know where it is in Paris.
Yeah, it's also in Paris.
Yeah, that movie's insane.
Maybe we should have researched this a little bit. You should have prepped me before we sat down to watch it.
No, because honestly, we're reviewing Climax. I'm just saying, like, this is his style.
He doesn't do that. If you're gonna watch a movie for this podcast, they will not tell you what it is about. That is up to you.
He literally just said it's gonna be about dance, so you should come be on it. And I was like, oh, okay, so maybe like the dancers die or something, like something normal.
The dancers, 3 of them die.
Some
right?
die.
Very few, no.
So what I was saying was Shane turned me on to this because the main actress is the only actress in this movie. Everybody else is a dancer.
She's also a dancer.
She's also
she
a
has
dancer.
to be.
Yeah, she is.
She's just so great and she's so beautiful and she's just so good at it.
That's definitely not what stands out throughout the movie, but I couldn't agree more. Just to know, like right now when you said that was shot in one take, that ensemble, wow, like my mind is going like, how the fuck can they do that? Like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
I think it's almost impossible. I put like 4 people onto the ensemble since we watched it. I was like, you got to watch this.
You
Just
should-
don't watch the rest of the movie.
You showed your dance crew the piece?
I'm actually working with a creative director for some stuff, and I showed her the piece because I thought of her, the voguing, her athleticism. She has so much great technique. I thought of her when I
Awesome.
saw it.
Can I ask you a quick question? And I'm not going to get into this because this is not the forum for it. Did you tell your friend who owes me an apology about this movie?
No, I didn't.
Okay, but she does owe me an apology.
We'll discuss that later.
Yeah, no, we're offlining that. Okay, cool. So, dude, I am like,
Offline.
obviously, we may have mixed feelings about this movie, but I think in any case, we all want to talk about it very greatly. Shane, let's
Jump right into the spooky pit.
get into the spooky pit. We have a spooky pit.
Okay.
Yeah, so Climax is very interesting, and I will tell you why. It's an all-night dance party rehearsal that turns into a tripped-out madness when French dancers realize their sangria is laced with LSD. This movie was released in 2018. It's a horror drama directed by, as I mentioned, Gaspar Noe, the great. And it stars Sofia Boutella as Selva and the 1990s France dance troupe. And
Is that what they were?
no!
Oh, I thought they were.
How would you describe them?
They're dancers from France, so I assume they were the French dance troupe.
So, like, I know the first scene of this movie is actually the ending scene where you see a girl trudging through the snow and she's a bloody mess and she's tracking blood and she's crawling and you can't tell, but you could just tell this is a super hot lady, but you can't really see.
Who is it?
It's the
The pregnant
woman.
girl.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought it was going to come back to that, like, show when she leaves, and it definitely didn't. So I was like, I'm not going to know who that is.
I was very attracted to the pregnant woman, to be honest.
Oh, yeah,
Well, she
was
didn't
hot.
look pregnant. She was dancing like a fucking maniac, so it's not like she didn't have like a belly.
No, but she was definitely pregnant.
She's definitely hot.
Yeah.
I agree.
And pregnant.
Okay. She's the hottest one in the film.
Yes.
Yes.
You want to disagree? You would say Selva?
I was thinking maybe Selva, but it probably is this girl.
Either were.
The other girl, though, that helps the pregnant girl is also pretty hot.
Are you talking about,
I don't know.
I think her name is Eva?
Maybe.
It's the girl that's always naked in the shower?
Yes.
Yeah, Eva.
Yeah, she was also pretty hot.
That was the one that got lit on fire, right?
No,
that-
that's Coke
No.
Girl.
I don't know which one Eva is then.
She's
Eva's
the
the-
one that's like...
Tight black dress.
Yeah.
Oh, the really, really thin ones.
Yeah, she's like always in the shower naked.
Yes.
Always. Throughout the whole film.
No,
She
Well,
doesn't
just-
shower naked.
just at the end.
The drug-induced second half.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Yeah,
No,
yeah. I remember her.
I
now.
love this movie because the structure of how it's set. Because like you see a dance number, then dialogue, then dance number, then opening credits, and then devolves into madness.
Yes.
To where like the next scene, they're no longer dancing; they're just like walking around like zombies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Brian, what did I miss?
I mean, yeah. So
You missed the sangria.
definitely missed the sangria.
Fucking idiot doesn't have a bottle opener.
Yeah, I don't have a bottle opener. We're drunk here, but Michelle got pissed at me.
Who lives like that?
Me, I never used my oven before. You had to crack that bad boy open.
Wait, you guys have
isn't that
never used the
crazy?
oven?
She cracked
I
it
came
open.
over the other day and it still has a sticker on it, but some people just do that. He said, "You're going to be the first person to ever turn on my oven. Do you know how to use it?"
That's great. You guys have lived here for 6 months. Maybe more.
Okay, so I was confused. I didn't know this was a personal podcast. I thought this was more of like a horror movie. You correct me.
My bad.
Am I wrong?
I couldn't make the sangria.
I'm sorry.
I
I
couldn't lace my sangria for you guys.
and I asked for it, so I'm sorry. I really wanted sangria. I love sangria. You know, like even more than sangria. This movie. See, now I'm doing your job.
Yeah, no,
that
it's great.
makes
It's great.
2 out of 4 of us.
You don't like it?
yeah.
I didn't mind it. I get it, and like we'll talk about why I think it's labeled in the horror movie category. But I'm not gonna watch it again.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I was like,
I was just talking about sangria. Like you may not like the movie, but what about sangria in general?
I love sangria. Sangria is originally comes from Spain. It's a Spaniard drink.
Great. I love Spanish people. So yeah. And one thing I will also mention about Spain, nothing really to do with anything, but I also like to dip my balls in sangria.
Interesting.
We know that.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Stop lying, Shane.
Thanks
He's
for
done it in front of you.
I don't think he has. Have you?
Wait, hold on. Do you have the Moscato, Shane?
It's down here.
Can you top me?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I moved it because I'm.
We have McDonald's coming too, so this is super in our wheelhouse, Jen, with the McDonald's
Yeah.
and the drinking. This is
I
what we
love
do.
it.
Michelle,
I
this is our vibe here.
I want another. I want another Truly.
I can definitely get you another Truly.
You might have to like walk out and get it.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
why don't you wait for when the McDonald's gets here?
Well, mine's empty.
That's probably good.
Is it coming like soon?
I don't know. It says between 6:32 and 6:37.
Okay.
So not too long.
Okay.
So in this movie,
If anyone
bloody,
if anyone wants to know what time we're recording,
bloody girl walking through the snow. We then cut to a old TV with a bunch of videotapes on one side and a bunch of books on the other side. Some of the movies that are on the side are Suspiria, 120 Days of Sodom, Possession, Eraserhead, Vibro Boy.
Those were pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm super jazzed about this because
Some of those are great movies.
we've seen these movies. Like as we've like
Yes.
because we've talked about at length. Me and Shane have been watching horror movies religiously for over 10, 13. How long,
It's
dude?
been
Your whole
forever at
lives.
this point. Yeah.
So long, and like since like even in high school. So like we've seen these movies over on like 120 Days of Sodom, which we both agree is the most disturbing movie we've ever seen.
100%.
But like they have movies like Possession, which is one of our favorite movies, which we've not done on this podcast, but like it's cleverly put there because they've adapted the film style of Possession into this movie.
Yes. It's not a shot-for-shot remake of a scene, but it's like kind of like an homage to one of the scenes from the movie Possession that
Also-
they do later on.
Eraserhead is there too.
Yes.
But yeah, it's super cool. They have a lot of books.
so's Taxi Driver. Did you say that?
Yes.
Yeah, Taxi Driver book was cool. This is your
We're going to
job.
go into the interviews of this movie now. And basically on this TV now, you see all the different dancers being interviewed to be part of the 2018 French dance troupe.
I actually wrote down a little bit of each character because there's too many characters to know.
There's a lot.
There's
Yeah.
a lot. They all have distinct looks though.
They're all
Okay.
very beautiful dancers.
I want you to detail it, but I'm just gonna go into the interviews real quick because I'm
Okay,
gonna give
do
you.
it, do it.
I wrote down and honestly a little bit of each because there's a lot of characters. So
okay,
there's,
do it. Yeah, remind me of them all.
Yeah, Lou was the person, and this is my quote: "Dance is everything." She said it right off the bat. Like, and one thing about this movie I know is like dance, and you could probably elaborate. It feels like everybody has an individual part, but everyone feels like together. It's one production, and like everyone's a piece of a cog to a machine.
We're literally connected.
Literally
Like, anybody
connected.
you're on the stage with, you're literally connecting with through your body, and sometimes you're not touching. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So that's why I kind of like that quote. Ivana, she said she would actually commit suicide if it wasn't for dance. So that was interesting.
That's dark.
There's Eva. who said she feels free, no barriers when she's dancing. Riley is the homosexual character that wants to hook up with David.
Right.
Says that family's really supportive of his dance. David said that he's primed for anything, happy to work with a famous choreographer.
Yeah, he gave the perfect dancer answer.
Yeah.
David.
Shirley, who I don't even remember, she's like, she has a fear of loneliness. Omar said that, talks about paradise, how everything is good in paradise. Syke said that she wants to leave Berlin because there's too many drugs and her ex-boyfriend took acid drops in his eyes. There's Jennifer, who is the girl that likes coke so much. She has a secret garden. There's Alaya, who did coke once with a girlfriend. There's Dom, who you were talking about, who deals with a problem and then just moves on from it. There's Cyborg, who says he put some guy in a coma and he's more into girls than he is with drugs. Rocco, who is Cyborg's friend, says that, he's just here for basically the girls.
Yep.
There's Kyra and Bart. There was two guys. They said that they're nervous, but they want to make connections. There's Gazelle and Taylor, who are the most important probably characters in the movie, the brother and the sister.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I knew from the instant those two came on. I was like,
there was a vibe, and it was just
Yeah.
like the way he answered the question for her,
Yeah.
possessiveness. Like, I definitely wanted to.
I was like, this is a very controlling brother. But then, like, when we got to know them a little more and we saw them interact more, I was like, he wants to fuck his sister.
disgusting.
So what do you think about this? I have a completely different take.
You're lying,
Okay, let's hear it, Bri.
It was kind of hot.
Brian.
Okay, I agree with you guys. I'm sorry.
Brian, that was really gross. I mean, I can understand, like, if maybe she felt the same way. She clearly didn't.
I just want some of that brother-sister action. I'm kidding.
You're disgusting.
I'm not sure if you are kidding.
Because they're brother and sister. They share.
I mean, you get it by the end of the movie.
They share. That's for sure. They share a dancing activity that keeps them close. They travel. She does mention this is just like you get like an inkling here. She's like, she went to New York, and he's like, oh, who'd you go to New York with?
Yeah.
And he got super
Very upset.
about that. Then there's Sila, who wants to go to the U.S. and explore more of like the black culture there. There's Serpent, who's the guy that just literally doesn't have bones or breaks the bones constantly. He said he comes from hell. And there's Emmanuel, who's the mother. And she's like, she's lucky to be in France because this is a great country for dance. And she wants to go out and explore other countries where the skill level is just not that high.
And we are now into our first dance number of the movie,
I hope you have enjoyed our McDonald's break.
That's true.
which was about 20 minutes of silence.
And to you guys, it was literally 2 seconds.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, we're hitting our first dance number of the movie, Climax, which we love so much.
Woo!
The music is eclectic. It's electric. It is hot. It is sexy.
Cool music. It was like modern, like
Yeah, no, it was really cool. And what I liked about like every time it like kind of softened up, everybody kind of gave like a like, and like everybody was like kind of like got integrated. So like one person would kind of like dip in, do their little dance piece, and then like everybody would kind of come together.
they would melt to the bass.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good.
As a dance teacher, Michelle, were you jazzed by this scene?
It was beautiful. Like, I just keep imagining all of the colors and styles and like their delivery was so like powerful, right? Like, it was so energized and it was really, really good. And you know what? At the end, they probably didn't shoot that all the way through and just start acting because they didn't even look tired. Like, that was a very exhausting. It was exhausting just watching it. It was so good.
I'm pretty sure that was a single shot.
It was.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I recommend the first 15 minutes of this movie to anyone, to everyone, anyone who appreciates art, dance. There was Vogue, there was heels, there was crunk, there was, there was so many styles all mixed in. There was ballet, there was jazz, it was everything. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I recommend everybody watch it, and then push stop when it's over.
But there's a second number, a dance number about 20 minutes after this one that's even better almost.
I don't know if it's better. I don't think it was as it didn't draw me as much as the first one, but I did like to see each individual style of dancer. Like, that was nice. But together, it was just like magic happening right before your eyes.
Yeah. No, the first scene was really cool. The music was really great, and I like how like this is like your first intro to every character that you saw in their earlier video and interview that they mentioned, and they kind of like put this together ensemble. I think this was lasted for like almost like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah. David's awesome.
David, he was the one that like, and we'll talk about him at length because the guy's a fucking horn dog. He's like doing his like weird like, how do you describe that dance? He looks like a fucking like crane.
Yeah, it's awesome. I like I don't know anything about dance other than like I enjoyed watching that guy dance.
His hands were like above his head, and he was like doing this thing where people were like controlling him like a puppet.
I don't recall that exact dance, but he was pretty amazing. His arms were like unattached from his body
Yes.
too. Really good.
He was my favorite of the dancing crew per se, probably only because of that like style. I mean, every character had like a different style. Like you had these two guys, and they're the guys that just talk about fucking for an hour and a half. What were
Yeah, they were so good. They were crumpers.
they were. That's what that called.
That's what that's called, crumping.
Where
yeah.
like your hands are like you just kind of like like you
Yeah.
throw your hands into the air for no reason. There's no rhyme or reason for it, and no design whatsoever. You're just throwing your hands into
Well,
the air.
they try to go to the music a little bit, but whatever they feel, yeah, that and it's really aggressive. It's a form of battling in the South.
I probably would have preferred an extended amount of time of dancing rather than the whole conversations we had afterwards.
Yeah,
I love the
Although Brian
conversation.
would disagree, right?
Yeah, I do, but I get why you're coming.
I
from
liked some of them and I get the point of it. I felt like a lot of it was just so extended. And like, I don't really like lulls in movies like that. But when I feel like it could have been cut to like 2/3 of what it was.
I agree. I mean, that's when I fell asleep.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean,
So I watched the beautiful dancing, and then they started talking, and I just nodded off a little bit. But I did, after the credits came on, I did come back into the mess.
you came back on when the second dance number hit.
It was great. I missed all the lame talking that Jen here didn't like either.
Yes.
Initially in talking like that, I'll look for clues and why I think that it could have been cut by 2/3 or no, why it could have been cut down to 2/3, not like the whole thing away. Like I kind of get it, but I was looking for like comebacks and I didn't see any comebacks throughout the rest of the movie.
What do you mean by comeback? Like comebacks from the dialogue that we're having?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
That's what I look for. If there's going to be that much dialogue, I want references back to it.
Yeah.
I want it to mean something. I don't want it to just be there. If it's going to just be there, you have to cut it. I would prefer that it's cut down by a certain amount so it's not boring to the viewer.
I do feel like though they come back to the dialogue because a lot of things that they talk about in the dialogue are what happened.
I agree
later
with
on
you,
in the
but
movie.
I want to hear what they're saying because I do agree with you.
I think some of the characters, like the David triangle and the pregnant girl, like some of them do come back. Not all of them.
Like who?
Like the guys that were talking shit the whole time. What did we come back to for them?
They're actually fucking during the scene. By the way, they're all having sex.
Okay, but like, did they need to talk for like they talked for like 10 minutes?
You're right. Like maybe it's that length.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too
Yeah.
long. Yeah.
Yeah, like it can be there. You just got to cut it down because there's a point where it's like, all right, I get it. We're
How
going
long
to
is the
expect this
movie?
later.
An hour and
Hour
40.
hour 37 minutes.
Oh, it's not even that long. That
Yeah.
part did feel long though.
It felt very long, and I got the parts that were fine, like that did come back, but they just extended it a little too.
Sure.
long.
I'll say I could even stand that part of the movie. Like if I would have stayed awake through it, it would have been fine, and then the second dance ensemble would have been fine, and then end movie.
Okay.
Well, I feel like we need the last half hour, otherwise it's
Pointless.
yeah.
Yeah. Like a little. It's kind of pointless. No, that's good feedback. So okay. So basically, before I even get into it, there's a 20-minute dance number, and afterwards, God is with us. Let's bring up the flag. Let's talk about having some sangria in the punch bowl.
I wish we had some sangria right now.
Me too.
Yeah, me
Michelle,
too.
fuck
Yeah,
that
me
shit
too.
up.
Yeah, that was your fault, Brian.
If only someone had a corkscrew.
Wow.
It's called a wine bottle opener.
I don't drink wine.
You will.
I will maybe, but I don't drink it. I drink. You know what I drink?
okay.
Didn't Shane just say during last recording that Prosecco is technically wine, so you two technically drink
Yeah,
wine?
Well, no, it's a little different though because that just has the cork comes right off. You only need a corkscrew.
I'm
You
also-
just pop it
Don't
off.
worry, Damien. We didn't break anything in your kitchen opening, though.
No, I'm also not a part of the Prosecco girls.
You are now.
Now you are. Yeah, you just drank 2 bottles of
Yeah,
prosecco and
literally.
didn't offer
You are
Janet.
officially an honorary member.
I appreciate that, but like you don't understand. Like I straight drink like Jack and Coke and Jack Honey and Ginger. Like that's my stuff.
That is your stuff. Yeah, but we don't need to talk about alcohol yet because right now we have to talk about them talking. This is where they just talk for a while now.
Yeah, before they get into the dialogue.
Before the
though.
dialogue, I just want to just mention a couple other styles that I saw that were really great. The voguing maintains throughout the movie.
So for someone that doesn't know voguing, can you elaborate on
Sure,
what that means?
it's like I guess it started probably like within the gay community, like the drag community, I would say.
Sure.
And it's like when you're very flamboyant with your hands and your legs and the kicking and the what you were doing right now, like bouncing around on your knees. Voguing is very hard on the knees for someone who dances. I can tell you, like, it's really, really hard. But for people who can do it, it's, you know, it's really cool.
Yeah. Dancing is something I wish I could actually do. It looks super fun.
You just did it a little bit.
Yeah, I was fucking around, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you're no professional.
There was nothing there.
That's probably my favorite part of all of the dancing, though. That the fact that they like incorporate Vogue, but with like technical style. So like you could see like pointed toes, and you know they're lifting each other up, and they're very clean in their dancing. It's really nice.
Choreography was like really masterful.
Who was the choreographer? Like amazing.
Don't know. Masterful though.
They definitely showed in the credits. I just didn't pay attention to
amazing.
Yeah,
I'm sure there is like multiple because it was so amazing.
Multiple.
There
you go. Yeah, no, super shout out to the choreographer. The opening scene was fucking sick. So like after this scene and they like kind of dance and then you kind of see this like there's like I don't know, there's like 15, there's a lot of them. They kind of disperse and they start talking, they start drinking.
Yes, so they are all drinking the sangria. We see there's a small child there who starts dancing. I think he dances with Selva at
He
this
does.
point. Yeah. As the kid is dancing, there's two girls. I forgot which two. They're talking about how this is not like an appropriate place for a kid to be.
It's Sarah, who's the pregnant girl, and I think the other girl might be Selva.
Okay.
She's very concerned, obviously, because you don't know she's pregnant to this point, but she's like, this is not an appropriate place for a child. She even mentioned something about like
Abortion,
yeah. Like, she's like, I guess, like mulling her options over. And then someone mentions like, at least we can, you know, we have the option to get an abortion or whatever like that.
Well, yeah, because I think she asked Selva if she's ever had an abortion, but Selva doesn't give like a straight answer. She just basically says like, at least the option, having the option is great.
Yeah.
Which I guess leads you to believe she might have had one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Selva?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how I took it from that scene. That
was
like,
her answer.
by not giving an answer is kind of giving the answer.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, there are these little conversations and like little split off dance scenes. But eventually this is going to lead to a straight up like dialogue session between each character where like two characters like break off and they just start talking to each other. And as they were mentioning, like it may have like felt long, but I think that this was, and maybe this is like overstating it, one of the most important parts of the movie.
No, it is, because this is the second time you're going to learn a lot about each character, and it kind of leads into like kind of where their night goes.
Yeah.
I would agree with that, but
Like-
it was too long.
Yeah, it may have felt too long for sure, but I think that with each of these, the way this movie is styled and built up, some of this information is like pretty critical. Maybe not all of it.
No,
but some of it like you don't catch in the beginning. Like the very first conversation, I think, is with Omar, and you find out that Omar doesn't drink.
Correct, which is a very important part of the movie.
And you find out Sarah, who's the pregnant girl,
Also doesn't drink.
and doesn't feel good. So you find out that there's a little chemistry between Omar and Gazelle. They're even dancing together, and the brother picks it up. Like he's paying attention.
He is not happy about that.
Gazelle.
There's there's like a weird conversation between like Cyborg, like Kira. Well, individually they're talking about how they don't like the flag. They don't like how they're like have this like God with us vibe. You find out about this girl Aliyah. Her dad's been in a coma for 6 months. Daddy mentions that he's been taking drugs with his boyfriend in a safe place. David kind of wants to fuck two blondes. I'm assuming he's talking about Psyche and Ivana. I have no idea. He wants to fuck everybody.
Yeah, well, that's the ongoing thing about David is like everyone's like, yeah, he's like he just sleeps with everyone. He probably has herpes.
That's super funny too. Like the fact that they know that he just sleeps around. So Ivana like is like trying to hit on Psyche, and Ivana's like a nympho.
She's the lesbian, right?
Yeah, she slaps her
the
pussy
girl.
like a bass guitar.
No. Who takes at the end? Who takes the girl into the room?
That's
Her.
Ivana.
Her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And she slaps her pussy when she.
Oh yeah.
Oh, same girl. Okay.
Yeah. Literally smacks it.
I remember thinking like, oh wow.
Whoa! In any case, Psyche is like basically ignoring her, and finally Selva like mentions like she wants to get married 4 different times. Jennifer, she's like doing cocaine, or it's like she is lighting
She
up.
was weird. Actually, and I looked for her the second time for the ensemble. She's actually an amazing dancer.
Is she?
Yeah, amazing.
I don't even remember seeing her.
I know, because she like that's why I went back and looked for her. Because I remember thinking like that was my least favorite character.
Yeah, because I mean, she's just too busy doing coke, like me, like 10 years ago when I tried it for the first time.
Sound effect.
Oh, this one ready?
Whoop. Guess that's appropriate.
So there's 3 characters here: Sela, Shirley, and Elu. No one's gonna know these names because there's so many characters. They talk about, like Shane said, like David being like a walking, talking, sexually transmitted disease, but he's charming. That's why he's getting all these women.
He's cute.
He's
and
cute.
he's a great dancer.
That's a fact. The cute thing, that's a thing.
He's cute. Yeah, he's supposed to be the hunk of the movie.
Is he? I guess technically.
You don't think so?
Should we like shave our heads? Like, are we doing something wrong?
I mean, he has like the probably if this feels inappropriate. He has the whole cancer patient thing going on.
Inappropriate for this podcast is literally nothing.
but he's definitely handsome.
Okay, so look like a cancer patient. Okay, David's going to try to pull some information out of Gazelle about Gazelle from Omar because he's like literally talking to Omar about it. Gazelle and Taylor are talking about Omar, the brother and sister thing, and she's like, "Oh my god, he has everything," and David wants to bang her. Because he wants to bang everybody.
Everyone, yeah.
He says like Omar's a lucky guy, and the brother who's talking to Gazelle, he's like doesn't like how close her and Omar have gotten. And I know that I think they established the context that like he's very controlling. I think he's like 5 years older than her or something like that. Like he's 25 and she's 20.
I want to say that's like one of the bigger storylines throughout the movie, and it's literally the grossest.
All right, we were to square up in the middle of the street, right? Me and Gazelle. Like, who's winning that fight?
Yeah, because you're skinny like her brother. She's gonna kick your ass.
He's skinnier than her brother.
Wow.
She is skinnier.
No, he's skinnier.
Oh yeah, Brian. I mean, but the brother was pretty skinny too.
That's a fucking twig.
I mean, Gazelle's beating you in a fight, though. Let's be real.
Because you're a twig. Like you're so
Damn.
skinny.
Oh my god, Shane, what the fuck is happening?
They're coming at you. That's what's happening.
Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna continue. He asks her like what they do together because he's trying to pry, and she's like, "You should know by now. You know we've been dating for a little bit. I think they've been together for 9 months." And then you get the conversation between Cyborg and Rocco, which goes on for quite a while, and all they talk about is weird sex stuff.
They're the two that just talk about anal for like 10 minutes?
They talk about anal. They talk about shea butter. They talk about weird shit. Like I think one of them mentions like putting a dick up to a girl's throat.
Oh, they're also the ones that like just talk about Louis C.K.ing people, right? Where they just walk in and start jerking off.
Like Rocco even says like, he'll fuck everyone regardless. But to cut away from that because it's really all they talk about, and they make weird noises too. You notice their noises they make?
What kind of noises did they make?
Like what Cyborg was doing.
He does do that.
You mean like laughing?
That's laughing?
That was his laugh.
Do it again.
No.
Do it again.
You want that, don't you?
Do it.
No, he was trying to imitate what it's like to, you know. They do mention something about eating ass because we're big ass eaters on this show.
But tell me, do the sound again.
Absolutely not. But that camera focused on my fucking face.
How was it?
What you just did right there. Right there.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, so like I know that for a guaranteed fact that Berlin, she takes off her fucking clothes mid dance. Like what is she doing with a 2-piece bikini in the middle of a fucking dance recital?
Yeah, well, so I can speak to that.
Please.
You know, when you're dancing, it's very freeing, right? Like if you really commit your body to dancing, you're giving your body to the music, and so if you're really into it, just a simple touch of your hand on your thigh will make you feel, you know, like it makes you feel different. I'm being serious. I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy. So
no.
So like while the music's on, she's liberated. She's feeling good. They just killed this ensemble. You know, they're gonna kill it for whatever it is they're rehearsing for. She's hot. She's feeling the vibe.
She's hot.
You know, like she's hot. She's been dancing.
No, like
feeling
she's
the vibe.
physically hot.
Yeah, like physically hot. Like she's warm. You know, like temperature.
So she better take off whatever she's wearing so we can see her in that fucking
It's
purple
not about you
two-piece.
seeing her. It's about her freeing herself while she's dancing.
You're right. Because I'm not technically there, so I wouldn't be seeing her. Everybody else would be seeing her.
I mean, and that goes for all dancers. So that's how they feel. Like when you know, like sometimes you're watching a dancer and all of a sudden they start doing crazy shit. It's because they're feeling the music. They're feeling the vibe.
Yeah. No, when I feel myself, Shane, I love to take off my clothes. It's like the first thing. It's like my go-to. When I'm feeling the vibe, when I'm feeling the energy, especially when I'm playing like old school video games, which is my hobby. I think you know that, Michelle. Or I'm playing a tabletop game. Like if I'm playing Monopoly and I'm ready to pass go. Like the second I pass go, there goes my underwear. My knickers are out the door.
Your socks, maybe your shirt.
You've still refused pretty much to put a shade in your bathroom window, right?
Yeah, that's a voyeur thing.
Upstairs, yeah, it is completely open.
That's a
window.
voyeur thing.
Yeah, but that's okay. What's wrong with that?
No, I like to expose myself in front of other people from the window.
Wow.
That's not okay.
That you should not be admitting to that.
I don't do it. I'm just kidding, but I think that's what they wanted me to. This is what you wanted me to say.
No, I didn't. I want
You're
you
like,
to
there's
say
nothing
that.
wrong with that. Well,
I don't have shades in my bathrooms either. And my mom hates it. She comes over and she tells me I'm giving everyone a show and everything else. I just don't like it.
I've seen your dance videos. And you give a show, all right.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that.
In more ways than one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Again, because dance is supposed to be like this liberating form of body movement. If you ever tried it without thinking about your steps or what you looked like, you also would do things that are inexplicable, like take off your clothes. Or maybe like you would do something else. Maybe you would do cartwheels or something. Or, take,
Nice.
Like, I don't know. Like everybody does it differently. When I start dancing, I start whipping my neck around, start whipping my head around. It just depends on what you're feeling.
All right. Well, I respect
I feel like you're giving Brian ideas, and the look on his face, he's like debating what he would do.
She hit me with something good, so I'll give you that. I respect
Thank
you for
you.
that. That was nice. So I'm going to continue this because this is going to go on for a little bit longer. Rocco is trying to fuck Psych, which I find weird. Like he was like mentioning he wants to, and we find out he's got a ginormous donkey cock, which is crazy. Serpent's the guy that has literally broken bones. Did you notice that guy? The guy that breaks his bones?
Yeah, with the blue sweatsuit.
That guy's insane.
He was also one of the most awesome people on. Like he was so awesome.
He has a conversation with Sarah that's really weird about like, oh, he loves somebody, but she's pregnant with another guy's kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was trying to find out like who's made Sarah pregnant.
They never really established
It's not
who made her
revealed.
I
pregnant.
think that no, it's not, and I think that's what Jen was talking about. Like some of those conversations, like if we're not going to come around to them, why are you putting them in the storyline?
But what I'm saying is, I think it might be there. We got to look for it. Is what I'm saying.
Rewatch.
I looked
Hell
for
no.
it. I looked for it very hard. I will tell you, I did not find it.
I'm just saying it might be there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Gaspar wouldn't let us hang.
Nah, there's got to be something there. Where are we in the conversations now?
Yeah, we're
I
almost
mean,
done.
it's implied that most of them have fucked David anyway.
This is
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
David probably has multiple kids he doesn't know about.
So Riley, I'm saying Riley wants to fuck. He's telling like honestly he thinks he can make it happen. He's trying to get with David. Rocco tells Cyborg he's not a butthole guy. Cyborg's trying to stick his tongue in, and that's where the noises come. That's what I was saying. The noises are from him like.
What was the noise again?
No.
The camera's not on anymore.
It was like that, right, Shane?
Really
Yeah,
great.
no, that was great.
It's
That
really
was
great.
wonderful.
Thank you,
God,
Brian.
there's audio
Well,
for
guess
this part
what?
of the podcast.
Guess what? Shit happens. It's an occupational hazard. It's gonna happen. And Michelle knows how much I like eating ass.
I do. Brian, I don't think you've ever shared that with me before, but thank you.
I don't think that was ever an offer you've previously made in your friendship.
Thank you though for sharing. I mean,
Hey, Dale, can you tell us how
Yeah.
well Brian eats ass?
No, to be honest with you, we only have one friend that likes to eat ass, and it's our friend Dale. He's our professional ass eating expert.
This is true.
interesting.
It is true.
But then the last piece of conversation, Emmanuel mentions that she's unsure. This is the last night. They've been here they're holed up for 3 days total. This is their last night. The van's coming tomorrow. And the only thing she did right tonight was the sangria. And then Daddy's gonna fucking turn some records, be on those 1s and 2s, and get ready for that second dance number that's about to hit.
Dun 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 dun.
This was a cool dance number, actually.
Yeah, I really like
enjoyed
this one.
Yeah, it was a overhead shot of kind of like, I would say, Boys and Girls Club old school dancing, where like everybody was like around a circle and someone would pop in, do something cool, pop out.
Lots of floor work on this one.
I loved the aerial view. That was very unique, right? Because it allows for a different angle for each dancer. And each dancer did have a different style. Like that I enjoyed too.
Yeah.
And yeah, tons of floor work.
Yeah, like you had the Crunk Boys, you had
Guys, tons of floor work like you can get Monday nights with Michelle.
where can that happen?
That can happen at U Fitness in Newark, New Jersey, right?
You know I'm coming next week.
You should absolutely come. Wear your 4-inch heels. I strongly recommend no more than 4 inches. Heels are optional though. You can come in sneakers.
Yeah, I don't think heels are gonna work. Sorry.
You have to film it if he does.
But
I promise I will post that onto the final podcast page.
There is literally no way I could actually wear heels.
you don't have to wear heels. You can do it in sneakers, but you do have to be comfortable moving your body.
Okay, I'm just not comfortable taking my clothes off in front of complete strangers.
You wouldn't have to do that.
We would all appreciate if you took a shit before you danced.
Yeah.
And kept your clothes on.
Well, I would because I'm not a psychopath.
Okay, good.
Are you sure?
I mean, to some degree.
Okay, so you can come work on your floor work Monday nights with Michelita.
I mean, you got a live sample here, so maybe there's something for me over there.
Actually, you have great potential. I got really excited when I saw you. You have a lot of leg strength. You have good coordination, great core strength. I think
That is all the leg strength he will ever have
Yeah,
for
sure.
the rest of his life.
I also like what you said about great coordination. I agree.
Yeah, I agree too.
Great coordination.
Your face says you're lying through your teeth.
It's my job.
It's a core.
I'm a coordinator. Okay, Shane, can you guide us back to where we are?
It's
Literally
the
the
dance.
dancing.
The dancing. We're talking about dancing.
Yeah,
Floor work.
we gotta go all about floor work.
Dude, I'm trying to think like the
People punching the air.
people punching air.
This is where Ivana slaps her pussy like 17 times. It's
on the
crazy.
floor, literally just slapping her pussy like crazy.
Yeah,
She's horny.
She's a nympho.
she really is though, because like she just moves from girl to girl.
She couldn't get with Sykes, and then eventually she moves on to Selva later.
Back to my point about how dancing is just release of energy and like
Sexual?
connecting. Yeah, the girl was horny. She's horny. She's she's just so horny. She's slapping her pussy 100 million times.
Which one is
Sure.
this?
With Afro with the yellow hair.
Okay, so let's climax. We
Let's
are
climax.
yes, we are. The dance is over.
Okay, we got one this episode.
The sangria has been drank. This is when people
40
are
minutes later.
yeah, people are just kind of swaying.
That's the thing. Like, what happens is like after that second dance number, there is that's when the opening title hits.
Yes.
The opening credits hit after that dance number, and this is literally the culmination of the movie to this point. You've gotten a little background. You've gotten the dancing. Now the punch bowl that everyone's been drinking, and in that last shot, there's actually a shot of the overhead where everybody has a fucking. There's only a few characters that don't drink. The pregnant girl, Omar. Everybody else has a fucking glass of sangria, including
Tito, the small boy.
the little boy who's fucking dancing in the corner with a glass of sangria.
I totally missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like you see earlier that his mom is like, oh no, you can't have that. Like he clearly wants some because he wants to drink what everyone else is drinking. So it's to be assumed at that point we don't see it outright that he does slip some.
Yeah, I missed it.
Can I ask you something really quick?
They don't show you outright.
Before we get into the opening credits hit, and then like I said, this is like the part of the movie that everything goes downhill in terms of like this is a descent into madness because obviously the punch bowl has been laced with LSD and is a mystery of who did it. Would you say the dance scene is very loving, very passionate, everyone being together? It's a lot of harmony?
The dancing? You mean like in the second scene? Are you being serious?
No, I'm saying, do you think it's dancing can be passionate is what I'm saying?
They're dancing?
Yeah.
I think it's like individually passionate. I don't
Great.
think it's like a
Passion bump. Passion bump.
wow.
Passion bump.
All I needed to hear, Michelle.
I mean, they're definitely they're definitely giving 100% of their soul into these dances.
What do you think, Shane?
It was very passionate.
Thank you. Okay, so
Does someone disagree?
no, I just wanted you to confirm if it was passionate or not.
Very passionate.
Just so he could have a passion bump in
Yeah,
there.
we have a thing we do in the show. It's called a passion bump because we care about passion a lot in our horror movies.
Yeah, we're very passionate guys.
This is a different kind of horror movie.
If you're defining passionate as someone who really enjoys something and like practices it and does it that way, each one of these dancers was 100%
no, like, something
passionate.
like it's like when like you're watching a horror movie and you're like waiting for like the jock and like the slutty girl to like get together and go off into the woods and just bang.
Yeah.
Hot steamy scene. You just want him to take off his shirt. Oh, and his nipples look so good.
Yes,
The sweat
nipples.
dripping. Yeah,
Okay, I can see it.
It's like I was looking for that. That's what we call a passion bump.
Oh, I didn't think we had that. I don't think we had that. I was
I
talking
can't-
about the dancers being passionate about dance. That's what I said. Let's define passion.
Can you play the song in reverse?
Yeah,
I
play it
can't-
in reverse.
I can't retract the passion bump.
Well, we didn't have passion though. I mean, maybe the lesbian there at the end. She was a little bit aggressively passionate.
We do have a little passion between a brother and a sister later on coming
That's
up.
a fucking fact.
Which we
But-
all fucking called.
Yeah.
But that's like gross.
Okay, so Shane mentioned it.
Passionately gross.
It was only passionate for him. Literally at the end, he was like, don't tell dad.
Yeah, he does say that.
No, gross.
So bad.
Opening titles hit.
And you see her running away from him, you know? Like, I think I would feel differently about it if she didn't run away from him. But throughout the whole time, she's just like, ew, stay away from me. And she's clearly into another guy. This guy's clearly sick in his mind.
And you know what? He's gonna do something about the guy she does like. So let's go to that part.
Yeah, let's go to that.
We're getting
Let's-
there.
Let's jump there.
I just want to definitely just touch like really quick because like Shane mentioned, after that opening credits hit, right? Like the whole atmosphere changes. Yeah. The whole like everyone is swaying as if they're like zombies on a dance floor.
And the music also changes. The music, and it's interesting because I remember like this music from concerts and stuff. Like I haven't actually been to an EDM concert, but if you've ever gone to like a club or something, it's like that club numbing music that like you hear when you're going out and stuff, and it just like numbs you. You can't really think. You can't really hear when you're talking. It's just like they're all in their own heads and everything around them is turning numb.
Yeah, like I always wanted to go to an EDM concert. My brother went to one. He told me about a story about like he hooked up with this girl and she slipped a Molly tongue to tongue, and I never wanted to go to one after hearing that.
Oh my God. Poor Damien.
I have nothing to say to that. That did happen.
Okay. But yeah, that's where we are. Everyone is like, the whole mood change of this night. The LSD has kicked in the punch bowl. Everyone is...
So before the end of the movie, do you have an idea? Do you have a thought of who may have done it?
At this point, I did not.
At this point, I did not.
My guess was David. Remember, because he was like he started the movie right after their dance number. He was the very first one who was offering everybody a beverage, and when the pregnant girl said no, he got upset.
That is true.
He was like, "Yeah, bitch, you better have some fucking sangria." He didn't even make it.
Yeah, you did
No,
say
he did
that.
not.
You did say that when we were
So
watching.
I thought it was him, but
Yeah, I didn't know. To be honest, I didn't.
I didn't either. I was waiting to think because then they start. Is this when they start pointing it out, or is it after?
No, it's right now where I think it's Selva says to Emmanuel that she feels like really weird or something like that.
Yeah.
And Emmanuel goes up to Daddy and she's like, someone spiked the sangria.
And he's like, oh, is that why I'm feeling so weird? He's like, did you spike it?
Yeah.
Like...
And then they're like, well, Omar didn't
Yeah.
drink any of it. And it's like, it's got to be Omar.
No, not everyone says that. The only person who says that's the brother.
No, there's a couple people, though, that come in and say it, right?
It's mob mentality. I think one
Yeah.
person says it and then like they hop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're all like, I remember this part specifically because I was like, this is significant just for like the brother.
Mm-hmm.
Omar was the one that his sister was crushing on and seemed like they knew each other beforehand.
Yeah.
And
They
were like,
they were dating, I think, for like
Yeah.
9 months or something. I think that was mentioned. Or like at least seeing each other.
yeah, and the brother wasn't happy about it. So everyone as the group was like, and the pregnant woman went to bed already. So she's not here right now. Everyone in the group was like, who didn't drink? And then that's when the brother, pretty much just gets up on some pedestal behind everybody. And he was like, Omar didn't drink. He spiked the punch. Yeah. And that's when mob mentality kicked in.
Yes.
And this is the last time you see Omar.
That is just, yeah. They like literally, they take him, everybody, and they literally toss him. Because outside, we haven't mentioned, there's actually a snowstorm. There's a blizzard going on.
Yes, there is.
And they literally toss him outside. They lock the door, and you don't see Omar for the rest of the movie.
No, you do not.
No, you assume he probably is like walk off somewhere or he's trying to find like another opening, but he's done for the whole movie. And you can see like the girl's crying. Like she's so upset and the brother's like, don't worry about him.
Yeah.
comforting her even though she doesn't want to be comforted.
Listen, I'm your bro, and I'm hot.
Disgusting.
So one of the girls then starts going around and they come to the conclusion, which if anyone knows the truth of this statement, let me know, that the remedy to LSD or acid is just doing coke.
Yes. We all know that, right? You do a lot of LSD, like, oh, I just need to get off this trip. Let me do coke.
That's probably why none of them fell asleep.
I didn't know that.
I mean, the movie says it. I'm just curious if that's actually true.
I didn't know that.
Can't speak on that, but I do know that if you do coke, you can't sleep, and I'm pretty positive all of them had done coke prior to the LSD kicking in, which is why throughout the majority of the movie, none of them fall asleep.
Yeah, they're up for the long haul.
Yep.
That one girl's doing coke like throughout the whole movie.
The whole
Yeah.
movie.
So then we cut to the mother who takes the son Tito and locks him into the electrical room.
Who would do that?
Yeah, because I said to Bri, I was like, well, this is the thing. They are on LSD/acid, so they're not thinking clearly. But you would think she would just lock him in one of the bedrooms.
Okay, so I think this is more of like a rash thing. Like, how many times have you done something where like, oh, I'm just putting them in a room, and then you're like, oh wow, but like I did it, and now like I don't know where the keys are.
Honestly, inherently, that was probably the best for the kid for the movie.
Yeah.
Because even though it was like she literally locked him in like the boiler room, she didn't lock him outside. And he's not technically around anyone who can harm him.
I think it was just like a super rash decision. It wasn't a good one, obviously.
I do see like what she wanted to do.
Yes.
She could have chose a better room.
I've been a drunk parent, and I gotta tell you, you're still pretty thinking like, this is my kid. What's gonna be best for my kid?
The electrical closet.
I don't think that's where my head would have gone.
That's fair.
But you're right. I've never tripped on LSD. I don't know, but I have a 10-year-old.
Well,
Okay.
Considering the way that all these other people are starting to trip, I do think inherently she could have chosen a better room, but that was technically overall the safer option than keeping him outside, being like, because what if they saw the kid?
No, I guess.
Yeah.
It's true. I do see. I see what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
There's only a few storylines that really stood out to me throughout the movie.
Shoot.
Obviously, that was, a main one.
The kid
I
being-
related very heavy. I was like, this dumb bitch. Like, who the fuck would do that? I was really upset. It's hard. I guess it's hard for me to understand being on LSD. I've never done it. But,
Yeah.
like, who the fuck would do that? Right. And then the kid's like, there's stuff crawling on me. And I'm thinking, like, if my kid ever said that, I'd flip.
He's also on an extreme amount of LSD.
Also,
That's why he feels stuff on him. He's literally drank a couple of glasses of sangria.
I don't think he drank a couple of glasses. I think he maybe had like a few sips or maybe like one whole glass. I don't think he got that much. But considering the portion of LSD that was probably in that, seeing how
It had to be a lot.
how much everyone else was tripping, that and how small and how young he is, it would have hit him just as hard, if not harder, no matter how much he drank.
It would have. I can't tell you how many actual cups he took. I will say that there was continuous shots throughout that. Prior to that second dance number, you do see him repetitively in the background drinking the sangria and actually dancing with one arm like this.
Yes, while holding sangria in the other hand.
oh,
So,
wow.
so like, I just noticed that. I don't, like I said, you're right. I can't tell how many glasses he drank. He could have just been one cup, but like, he was definitely enjoying it. And
He was
hit him.
definitely a baby, too. Like, he was like 7, 8 years old.
He was young.
Yeah.
He was really young.
One thing you'll notice too in this movie is even though some people know they're on LSD, throughout the movie, some people keep drinking the sangria.
Yeah, they keep drinking it. And like, I feel like it didn't really hit.
Well,
until the second
I don't think
part.
they knew it was coming from the sangria, maybe.
Probably not.
Right?
Yeah.
They were just enjoying
Or they're just
it.
so gone they didn't even like care or register it anymore.
No, but this is definitely where the movie gets fucking
Dark.
crazy.
So let's go into it. So Selva's going to go into a bedroom and the pregnant girl is going to be there. And she's going to ask her, you feel sick too. I thought you didn't drink. And that's when she sits down and she tells her that I haven't drank and I'm sick because I am pregnant.
Yeah, she's obviously she was puking. She's not feeling well. She said that she's not feeling well from the very beginning. She's avoided drinks for this reason. And then with the abortion conversation with Silva earlier, you're gonna put 1 and 2 together.
Yep, you would put 1 and 2 together.
Fuck you, Scott. That she is potentially having a baby. She's got something inside of her growing in her tummy that she mentioned earlier. So this happens, and then you think she's beautiful. Dom walks in.
I think the pregnant girl is beautiful, yes.
No, Dom.
God, no. So Dom walks in, and she starts questioning why she didn't drink, and she explains that she's pregnant, and she's like, oh, you're pregnant. Let me do a test. And knees her in the stomach.
Beats her ass.
And then when she
Dude.
falls down and starts crying, because she's wearing, like, boots.
And she's wearing like platforms.
Yeah, and kicks her in the stomach really hard.
I love this like LSD like prejudgment early on. She goes, oh, you didn't drink. Okay, we shouldn't have thrown Omar out because you're the one who like laced the LSD.
But doesn't go to open the door for Omar.
No, absolutely not. Like Omar's fucked.
Omar is out of sight, out of mind.
Omar's super fun.
So like Shane said, and this is a tough scene, like literally knees her a couple times in the uterus.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, and then
Unfortunately.
she's like cringing on the floor, obviously screaming in pain. Is this like definite miscarriage we're going with here, or?
At that early, probably.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I think probably not. It all depends on like the health of the pregnancy and how far along she is.
You don't think she need the kid in half?
No, because typically when they're like 3 months old, they're like the size of like a bean.
Okay.
The fetus is like the size of a bean.
Do you think that maybe that the knee made her refried beans?
She kicked her ass pretty hard. So she really went in there. I remember I was like, oh, and I started closing my eyes.
Yeah.
The second half of the movie was really hard to watch.
That's true. And then she leaves. She literally
And then
beats
she
her
just
ass
walks out.
and walks out. She's like, deuces? It's insane.
It gets crazier. It gets crazier.
no, for sure.
Because
Okay.
we're eventually going to get to like a live abortion pretty much in this movie when she just starts punching herself in the stomach slash
Oh
uterus.
my god.
But we aren't there yet.
Which is really crazy. Why did she do that if she wasn't on any drugs?
That's a great fucking question.
We'll get to it. She cries for Selva to call an ambulance as she's on the floor. So Selva leaves the room. Selva sees Coke
Naturally
Girl.
does nothing.
Yeah. She sees Coke Girl, still has Coke, and someone pushes Coke Girl, and her hair lights on fire.
So, I don't know anything about drugs. I should know because this is like right in my element with like potentially heroin and crack coming from the trailer parks that I grew up in. There's like a burning flame in the background. I think she's potentially like gonna light the Coke. And who tosses her?
I don't remember what girl pushes
I
her.
think it's Aliyah. I think it's the girl Aliyah. Yeah,
really
Yeah.
It definitely is Aliyah because remember we were watching it and I'm like, she's laughing. Like,
Yeah.
she was laughing. Like, she pushed her in. Her hair was on fire and she was laughing. Like, that's how fucked up they were.
So then the pregnant girl comes out to the main hall after the girl has now been lit on fire.
This is sick.
And
This has to be a movie reference, like this whole scene.
This is tough.
they start like ridiculing her and like saying that she isn't pregnant, that she's just the one who drugged them. And they all like surround her and just keep like bullying her. And then she just starts punching herself in the stomach.
Yeah.
And then she gets a knife and she's like threatening them. And like they just start telling her to kill herself, which is crazy. So she starts cutting her arm twice and then she cuts her cheek.
Yeah, she slits her face.
And it's like, man, she sank real low real fast.
Two things. She either likes to be dirty sex stuff where you're getting cut up a little bit.
It didn't give me that vibe.
No, you
Not
get
at
that vibe? Okay. She likes pain. No.
No, I wasn't thinking that either.
Okay.
I was thinking she was just like scared of the pressure. Like she just got her ass beat unexplicably,
she's trying to get out of the situation.
and she's trying to get out of it. And they're all like, they start chanting like, "Kill yourself."
Yeah. I just don't know why she would go ahead and like
Actually do it.
do it. Like this is like the one part of the movie I'm trying to like consider why she'd be doing it. Unless there's some kind of like psychological problems that's deeper than I actually could perceive.
I mean, again, she's been locked in this place for 3 days, right?
I mean, maybe like if we went back to her interview, we might see that.
she actually didn't have an interview.
Oh, really?
One of the only characters that did not have one. Not every character had one. 'Cause Daddy also didn't have one.
No, he did not.
Tough to watch too. And then like everybody was like peer pressuring her, like, do it, do it, do it, do it. And she was just like, oh, should I just do it? And we're all like, no, don't fucking do it, you dumb bitch. And then she does it.
She does. It's pretty
She starts
sick.
stabbing herself. Oh,
Yeah, her arms.
everything.
face.
Like she just like wants to like do it. It's almost like she wants to do away with the moment and the night. Like she's desperate. Like she's
Yeah.
doing it out of desperation a little bit.
It's not like giving up. I don't know.
Yeah, it was hard movie to watch. Those were the easier scenes to watch.
Yeah, it gets rough.
Yeah, it gets rough.
It's a stylistic movie.
So after this, we cut to Riley, and he's trying to kiss David in the corner, and David throws him away like he's trash. And so then David goes up to Selva, and
David is not interested in boys whatsoever.
no,
No, he is. At the end, he goes to look for him to the room where is his name Riley? Where that
Riley.
where the little guy is. He's being hugged up by the big guy,
Daddy.
and he's like, Riley. After Selma disses him for the girl,
Oh, so he's just being desperate.
yeah, but he definitely does it. Like, don't get it twisted. David likes it.
All right.
Both ways.
Well, no, I think it's not like he likes it both ways. It's more of like what you're saying is he's fucking settling because he's fucking high and he's got nothing
I mean,
else.
listen, we all have a settled sex partner, right?
I
Like,
do not.
I'll do it just because I need to get it off.
We've literally had this conversation. There's no settle in my vocabulary.
Okay. Well, us normal humans, 99% of the population, Brian, will settle for sex.
Whatever. In any
They'll
case,
they'll put a pillowcase over the face, and they'll just be like, "This is great." And that's exactly what David was on his way to do.
yeah, at this point, he's been like fucking head set on banging David. But David, like Shane said, literally just like tosses his face away. He wants nothing to do with him because he gets kind of close and intimate.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah,
We'll get there. We'll
that's
get there.
Cut back to Selva, and she walks past the kid crying in the closet. She starts like freaking out, and like this is, I think, when she starts like just doing her like spastic movements all
Yeah.
over the place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good dance scene too. I know it didn't seem like a dance scene, but it was. It was choreographed and it was beautiful.
It's a throwback to the movie Possession, which is one of the movies that are in the beginning of this movie.
If you want to watch Possession, you'll never, because it's literally unavailable anywhere except for like maybe one website. It's very hard to find.
Why is that?
It's like lost to time.
It's one of those like movies that's like banned.
But
in a lot
it's
of
starring
places.
the guy from Jurassic Park, and there's a couple of shots in that movie that have that same style of like where the camera kind of goes like upside down as this guy's like walking upstairs, and like this movie is just like a direct like you said, pays homage to that perfectly in the way that Sylvia shot, like walking down these corridors. But I agree with you. I like the way that they filmed that.
Beautiful. That was my third favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
That's the only part you should watch if you ever watch the second half of this movie.
Or just watch the whole movie.
I agree. Just watch the whole thing. It's worth it for the experience. It's all about the ride.
For the experience, for the passion.
For the freakiness. It's
for
so
the brother
scary.
sister love.
Guys, why is this a scary movie? Are we going to talk about that?
Yeah, because they fucking go insane.
Yeah, it's not your it's horror because of the real elements of the movie. It's like the real horror of like a group of people being on LSD and acid and reacting in this way. It's scary because it's realistic.
Yeah. You don't see that? I mean, I know what you're saying. There's no like supernatural, dark, scary elements to it, but
Like, I wanted to get the fuck out of there too, so I could see that. Like, I wanted to get the fuck out of there.
to me, like honestly, I don't think there's something like this is that difficult to happen in real life. I actually think someone could just be like, yo, let's have a good time. And I'm not going to tell anybody. I just want everyone to have fun. Let me just drop some LSD in the fucking punch bowl. I think it's super easy, and it probably happens way more than we think.
Do you think people would die?
I don't think people would die, but I think people are fucking sick through those conversations. And because they're sick, when you mix large quantities of, like she mentioned, large quantities of LSD in a concentrated bowl that's not that big, I think you can actually play out your fantasies pretty hardcore. In a night where you're like literally, you're not locked in, but you technically are because there's a blizzard. You can't really go anywhere. So
Yeah. No, they were locked in. They were there for 3 days, and they were waiting for something else.
that's the horror element. The way it's shot, I think it adds a little bit to it. I don't know how else would you. It's like a music drama horror. That's how
I can kind of see that. I mean, I will agree. I did, like, as I was watching the movie, all I wanted to do was find a corner and just hide. Like,
I would not classify this as a thriller. Like I don't think this is a thrilling movie.
It's a music horror.
The pacing doesn't quantify it as a thriller. A thriller is like where you're like on the edge of your seat, kind of like waiting for something to happen.
no, I was not on the edge of. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat to get the fuck out of the room that I was watching it in. Yeah, but
Okay.
Okay, you know what time it is. A word from our sponsor, Table Muncher. Show of hands, how many of you are bored with your dining room tables? All of you. Well, that's what I assumed when I asked the question, you beer-battered rhinos. I don't like cleaning up after myself, as I'm sure you don't either. Table Muncher has devised a way for family and friends to have a meal at the table with no cleanup afterwards. How is this magnificent idea possible? Well, the Table Muncher tables have a trapdoor built into the middle of the table. After all are done with their meals, of course, me eating flan and Shane munching on a live goat, we push all of our food scraps to the middle of the table and click a button underneath the table, and all will fall down the hatch into a canvas bag to catch. The cleanup is effortless. You also get the added bonus of the leftover smell from whatever food you leave in the canvas bag. I love waking up in the morning to the ripe stench of week-old meatloaf. Of course, this is totally avoidable by detaching the bag every so often, but if you're a normal person, you'd leave the bag in and enjoy the smell of stale moldy bread, biscuits, and peppered herring. What's cool is you can get the table in a variety of different types of wood, whether it's oak, maple, morning, cedar, mahogany, Jeff Goldblum's pine, walnut, African blackwood, sassafras. There are over 50 types of wood styles to choose from, many different customizations, all starting at the low price of $1 million dillion. Now you can even pay for the milli dilly in straight crypto. This will run you about 30 Bitcoin. However, using the promo code OneFinalMunch, they'll give you a Table Muncher table for 28.99 Bitcoin. They're practically giving these tables away. Get your munch, your crunch, and never have to clean up after eating again, you porky heifer. Back to French people dropping acid.
All right, so back to the movie. After Selva does her whole dance spastic routine, she then heads back to the closet where she hears Tito screaming, and she sees the mom is trying to get into the closet, but the mom has lost the key. And Selva actually gets angry at Emmanuel and tells her, like, go find the key. Like, what are you doing at this door right now?
she's just dumb.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say she's dumb. I would just say she's on acid.
Is she on it? She was doing the.
She drank the sangria. Yeah,
She was
she was
drinking. If
definitely.
the kid was drinking,
Move out of there. The mom is now like throwing the cushions off of the couch, looking in the couch for the keys. David comes back up to Selva, where David now gets beat up by 4 guys.
This is crazy.
Yeah, why did that happen again?
Because there was points where you see in the camera, like, he's hitting on Gazelle, like, dancing, trying to get him.
Oh, yeah. And so the brother starts...
beating him up.
Brother and the Crunk Boy. I'm calling them the Crunk Boys now. They kind of made, like, a little Crunk team, and they just beat the shit out of David.
Yeah, but there was another reason. It wasn't just because of Gazelle. It was, like, the brother said he did something.
The only thing I know, he literally banged almost every girl in there. That's the only thing I can think of. He talked about it as
so. The brother was, I think, the brother was like, "Oh yeah, he was doing this," and then they were all like, "Oh yeah," and then they went to get him. But I forgot what it was.
I mean, it was the 2 guys. It was Rocco. It was Cyborg. It was the brother Taylor, and then I don't know who the 4th guy was, but 4 of them were all beating him up.
I mean, pretty much anyone who tries to touch Gazelle in any way he's gonna make up an excuse to beat them up.
Yeah,
100%.
Was this before or after? Like, I know at some point in this, Psych just decided, let me fucking empty myself on the ground.
I forgot. Fuck. That's actually the first thing that happens when they're swaying.
Did you notice that? She's like, let me relieve myself on the floor because it's not wet enough.
It's literally the first thing that happens.
Yeah, we forgot to talk about
before
that.
anyone trips.
Yeah. So when the first trip happens, like, I think it's Selva's dancing with the other hot girl with the tight black dress, and then right behind them, Psych is just pissing on the floor.
She's pissing, and she's doing it with such grace.
Can you pee with grace?
She was doing it.
She was doing it like nothing was happening.
That's a fact. She was wearing like this long white shirt that gets you, like, you would wear if like your hunky boyfriend would have if you're like sleeping over the house and you're wearing like something that's big and enlarged. But she was wearing it. But she ain't hooking up with any hunky boyfriends because she's gross and decides to piss on the floor.
Yes, that is exactly how I would have described that scene, I guess. Speaking of hunky boyfriends, we're going to cut back to David's lifeless corpse, and we are going to then cut to Gazelle walking to the sangria. She's drinking it.
Probably why they stay.
Well, yeah, because they
tripped
keep
out for
drinking the
so
sangria.
long.
Then there's 2 guys rubbing what I can only call either ranch or mashed potatoes on themselves.
Oh yeah, what was that?
French onion dip? What was that?
I don't know. It was a white substance.
I think she put it on one of them, and then they were all just like
rubbing it on each other.
I was into it.
My God.
Rub some white stuff on me.
Wow. I respect it. Fucking crazy shit right there. Yeah. Get that real quick. I respect it though.
You respect the jizz?
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, so after we're just smearing white stuff on ourselves, the brother and sister start to argue about something or another. I don't remember what they argue about here. I just know they get into a disagreement because that's kind of what they do the whole movie.
I think they were arguing because she wanted to go talk to that guy.
That most likely. Selva then tries to like get David up, but he just like can't move anymore. Yeah. He's just incapacitated from being high and gotten the shit kicked out of him.
Is he done for the movie? He might be done.
No, he comes up, like Michelle said, he is there at the end. He walks around again.
Yeah.
Looking for Selva.
Yes.
Okay,
the love of his life.
That's right. Yeah.
Now we cut back. The teacher is still looking for the key, but the power goes out, and you just hear someone in the background yelling, "Tito's been fried." Oh my God. Tito's been fried.
Oh my God, the way they announce it.
So, like, this is sick.
It is sick. It's a sick movie. It's a fucking sick movie, Brian.
All right.
What's artistic about that?
I found it hilarious. Am I the only person to find it funny?
I didn't find it funny,
I
but
found it fucking funny. Like, honestly, I found it a little funny. Not in a sick way, more like in a like a...
Definitely in a sick way. I totally missed it. I was like, wait, Brian, what happened to Tito?
They were like yelling. They're like, oh, Tito was fried, like Shane said. And I'm like, wow, the kid just fucking got electrocuted. Like, they locked him in an electric closet, no keys. And the kid went and probably touched some kind of wires. Got fried.
Yeah, he thinks he has like bugs crawling all over him or something.
Yeah,
he's tripping.
The poor child is tripping.
Yeah, he was. And that's crazy.
Oh, that makes sense. That's why he said there were things in there.
I don't know what you do see the electric closet maybe a little bit, but like he was probably just digging through fucking wires that were open or something.
Yeah, most
he was
likely.
tripping.
Yeah, because the bugs that were on him probably
He just bites a wire.
Yeah, he's biting wires out here. He's like, I need more LSD.
That was definitely the worst part of the movie.
Yeah, it was very dark. That's why you see the mom run to the closet and she just starts crying in front of it, like screaming for Tito. But
I almost cried.
But it's a shame that like she really never got to like see her son as much as she got to see the door.
That she also can't find the key.
Yeah, it's a real shame. We will cut back to Selva, who then is walking through the halls again. She sees the hot girl from earlier washing the blood off of herself when she was trying to help the pregnant girl.
Where is this happening?
In the hall, in the shower.
As long as she's showering.
Yeah, she is definitely showering.
There'll be like this whole dance thing where like you take your clothes off because you're like a dancer or something.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I believe this is also the scene where David wakes up and David is walking and he sees Selva and the poodle girl laying in bed together.
Yeah.
And David is
Actually,
not happy.
Can we just talk about how she really bagged her?
Yeah,
like
of course.
she really was like, "Come on." She was first. She bagged her like a man. She was like, "Yo, come over here for a minute."
She spent the whole night getting rejected by that one girl.
Yeah,
So.
it's a fact. She spent the whole night getting rejected by Psych. The whole night.
So
So she was
Selva
like-
was her rebound girl.
She was like, "Come on, let me show you something.
Yeah.
Come on, come with me. Let's go over here." Just like some creepy man would do. She was like, "Come on," and then she's like, "Come, let's go in this room right here." And then she put her on the wall and she was like kissing her. And Selva was like, "No, I'm not even a lesbian."
And then she stopped rejecting it.
Yeah,
yeah,
and then she
well,
kind of
because
was.
like they're on
Yeah.
LSD.
Oh yeah, well they're both just.
Do you think
tripping
that
out
maybe
of their
she
mind.
was a lesbian the whole time? Kind of seemed that way.
Selva?
Yeah,
Absolutely,
I don't think so.
really. Okay,
No,
I kind of
I
got
don't
that.
think so. I think when you're on LSD, you can sway many ways.
do anything.
Well, because like, they mentioned earlier, there's verbiage that mentioned that like Sylvia would never let David like do some things with other women, so it made it like Sylvia had some kind of small interest in David, even though she kind of rejected him the entire night.
She does have. I mean, it did seem like she had some interest in him. He was just like obsessed with her, and that's never attractive.
Because he's probably the only person that he hasn't banged.
You hear me out there, men? It's never attractive to be clingy to your women.
What kind of men are clingy to women?
Not attractive ones.
Oh, I agree.
So just in case.
But not David, because David's part of the 1990s French dance troupe.
He was still unattractive to her. That's why she was like, "Get the fuck away from
Well,
me."
she did kiss him too, though.
How long did that last?
A couple seconds, and then she's like, "I'll meet up with you later." And then she did reject him a couple times.
Because he was being clingy.
I
She
agree.
already said, "We'll meet up later."
being a creep.
And
Couple
he was
times
all,
for the rest of the movie.
and he was all like, "Come." He was like worse than the brother.
Well, let's not get carried away.
But at the end of the day, like I think she could still potentially be a les.
Okay.
No, I'm saying like, you're right. Maybe because the LSD.
She fought it. She fought it in the beginning, and then come on, let me get that pussy wet.
And what was your tactic?
Let me rub your hair.
What was your tactic?
And then she laid back, and she just started getting undressed, and someone was about it.
Bro, she smacked that pussy like a fucking bass guitar, my dude. She was just like,
Oh my god.
am I wrong, Shane?
No, you're not. You're not.
fuck is
I think it's just we need more sound effects on the soundboard.
Well, not only that, like David comes in and Selva's like, "Get the fuck
Yeah,
out."
she pushes David out of the room, and that's where, like Michelle says, David then goes into, I believe it's Riley's room.
He starts calling him Riley.
Maybe Anthony's like, you know what? Let me try something out. Let me try this on for size. It's Pride Month. Let me do something
Oh
wild.
God.
This was not filmed during Pride.
I know. I have no idea.
Then that's when Daddy walks by, and then Daddy walks by, and Daddy lays in bed with Riley.
Oh yeah, he like comforts him. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah.
So Daddy was actually one of my favorite.
He was my favorite character. He's like
character
a good
dancer.
guy.
Yeah, like he was just in his own vibe, and like he's body positive, obviously like a big guy in a room full of dancers. So I liked him. I loved him. And then he was so sweet. He was like, "Come, I'll take care of you."
I like Daddy. I like his blonde hair.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
When he like starts like caressing his hair and then makes that like screeching noise.
He would make a good Ariel.
Who's
Yeah.
Ariel?
My favorite character. That's
The Little
tough.
Mermaid?
No, I
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
By David.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, he was a good character, and he was kind of like, I guess Daddy was maybe a term more or less because he's like maybe was a father figure to the 1990s French dance troupe. Because remember, even though we may not know this actually did take place in the 90s. This movie.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually till now.
Remember I told you the outfits were very 90s.
Yeah, you could tell by the fashion.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
it's
it's
beautiful.
in the synopsis of the movie. This movie was, and if you like the VHS and the old 70s and 80s tapes, this movie did take place technically. The time frame was in the 90s.
So we're not done with David though, because now David walks in on the brother and sister kissing.
They weren't kissing. They were.
Well, they weren't fucking yet. He had her like up against a wall.
Yes.
In the bathroom?
Yeah.
They were definitely fucking.
They didn't look like
He
they were
was
I thought they
try-
were
he
just
was-
kissing.
He was trying to.
I think it looked like she was like already enjoying it.
I mean, I'm sure
When
look,
she found them in the bathroom, then she walks away. She's like, "Oh,
Oh
just
yeah, she runs away.
yeah."
you're on LSD. Sorry. You're on LSD. You want to try looking for a new opportunity, right? You want to look at what's hot, something that's taboo. You know?
Yeah, we spend like the next like 20 minutes of her just being like, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I know. Fair. But I mean, dare I say, continue? You know where this line of thinking is going.
Yeah, so the sister, once David walks in, runs away and goes back to the main dance floor. And this is where the rest of the movie is filmed, basically upside down and in red and black.
Love it. This is like something straight out of like every one of those movies that you've seen in the beginning that's just so weird, like David Lynch, even like weird like body horror society stuff because you could barely see anything. It's upside down. It just looks like people banging each other and like they're goo and one.
Well, the one crumper, as we were calling him, is literally just railing that one girl.
Yeah,
Alaya,
actually, there's a couple. The two crumpers are doing two girls.
Yeah, and that's what they were talking about. They were just talking about banging like anything they could fucking see.
Yeah. So I would say like maybe the style of that part of the film, like the way it was shot, was artistic, but also like
You didn't like this last scene? Wow, really? Oh no, it's fair. I love the build up. Like, this is like my style.
Because the music's also like picking up really heavy at
Yes.
this point, and it's just like the insanity of everything that's going on.
So I'll agree. Like the style of the last scene was great. Like the camera's upside down, going around everywhere. You can follow. You can see everything's actively happening. It's not just scene by scene. Great. The music's picking up. The stories are playing out a little bit. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. But just like what was going on?
Okay,
like
so-
what was the point of that?
Dare I offer to the group, is this a passionate scene?
No.
Wow.
I mean, there was a lot of sex going on.
I think it was pretty passionate.
There was a lot of sexual.
I
stuff
could
going
go
on.
either way. I would argue it's not passionate because I feel like they all think they're dreaming.
I mean, that's probably what LSD probably does. I've never done the fucking thing. I was kidding earlier.
There's a lot of. I would say this is probably the most passionate part of the movie.
So,
Yeah.
all right, I guess it's official. It's a passion bump.
If you get,
Passion bump. Passion bump. Passion bump.
Sorry, I just needed to hear that.
As long as you reverse the other one.
I was gonna say if you are searching for a passion bump in this movie, this is about it you're gonna get. There's really no other passion in this movie because everyone is like the moment they look passionate, they turn around and then they just scream.
Yeah, everybody's like a zombie.
Oh, there was a lot. That's probably what I remember that. I didn't like that. There was just nothing but fucking screaming going on. Like,
There's a lot of screaming in this movie.
Oh my
It's
God.
to emphasize like how like they're literally like going out.
And then
of
we
their
fucking,
minds.
I'm watching it surround sound somewhere. And it's fucking like so annoying. Like,
By somewhere,
It
do you
is,
mean
it's
my,
awful.
my basement?
you're completely surround sounded basement. It was really annoying to watch though because all you could hear was the screaming.
Good. That means I did a good job down there.
You did.
It's great surround sound.
It's great surround sound, but it's too much screaming. He could have done away with some of that screaming.
Well, speaking of screaming, the sister is screaming as she is running away from the brother, who eventually catches up to her, but then she starts to seize.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what was that about?
I think the LSD is just too much because she honestly throughout the movie they do show that she's the one person that is definitely continually drinking. So I'm
Yes.
sure if you can OD on LSD,
Sangria is like a drink that's just so.
Oh, yeah, she was like foaming from the mouth.
yeah.
Sangria is super sweet, man. You could have a couple of sangrias and just keep drinking them and keep drinking them. Same thing with LSD. You could just
We
keep
wouldn't know,
taking
Brian.
it.
We didn't get to have any today.
Okay, nice one, Michelle.
It's mostly your fault.
Okay, go on.
Yes. So from the sister choking and seizing, we then see the words "Life is a collective impossibility."
Yeah, they kind of like. I remember in the beginning too, where they were talking about like the kid or like birth is a unique opportunity.
Opportunity. all that
Yes,
stuff.
loved it. I thought those are like if you ever go through a dance program or like an official classical dance school, they always talk about quotes like that are like all about like positivity and living life and rebirthing because you're supposed to be feeling yourself and doing that. So I thought that was very artistic. Those like subtitles. I don't know if if you guys picked up on them and like what they meant. Or if you
I
just ignored
didn't,
them.
but I'm actually happy that you mentioned that because that makes a little bit more sense to me now. Because I was like, I'm used to seeing movies where things are done in chapters. So I'm like, this is a chapter of a movie, but like I don't get it. So
I think it was more like the theme of those scenes were just gonna be that, and that's very common when you go
Yeah.
to like a dance school or
okay,
something.
that's cool. So you can tell Gaspar Noe poured his heart and soul into this project as he does all his projects.
This is true. Then we cut to, I believe it's Angie by the Rolling Stones starts to play.
Yeah.
You see the fire department break in, and we just see the aftermath of everything that happened. You just see still the guy that like had like his bones breaking the entire night. Is still
Serpent.
breaking his bones. The head teacher, I guess, Emmanuel, whose son had died, she had slit her wrists, and she is also dead.
She's dead.
She's dead? I didn't
Yeah.
realize she was dead.
They actually say she's dead.
Oh, I thought that she was just laying on the ground, like, pass the fuck out.
No, she slit her wrist, and they even check on her, and she's like, she's gone.
Oh, did he really die too?
Yes.
Makes sense.
So
But he was just in there eating wires.
yeah, he is.
I
he is.
really couldn't tell at the end, like, who was dead and who wasn't. I just assumed,
I couldn't tell you. There was only a few people
I-
though that had puddles.
This movie
underneath
has
them.
3 confirmed deaths. Tito, Emmanuel, and we're getting to the third right now because we cut to the outside real quick. We see Omar dead in the snow. He had frozen to death overnight.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, I mean, it must have been so cold and the blizzard was so crazy. And you could say he's probably cycling around the house with nowhere to go.
Yeah.
He just froze to death. Poor guy.
And then the very last scene in the movie is we see Psyche, and she is dropping acid into her eyes.
Just like in
I
the
thought-
beginning in her
Yeah.
interview.
I thought that was eye drops.
No, it's acid.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was
It
acid.
says LSD on it.
Yes.
Like it says LSD on the little bottle. She starts dropping
Yeah.
in her
Could you
eyes.
tell that I was just not paying attention after this?
Yeah, that's why it was like, it's definitely her that did this because the movie
It's
opens.
definitely her
Yeah.
that did this.
Yeah. It opens with her saying like she left
Yeah.
Berlin because of a roommate doing that, which obviously was just her doing it.
Yeah, no, it's her. I mean, like I've tried to theorize other concepts of who it could be because I remember
David.
correct or
David was the only other person who had motive.
you're right. Like I'm trying to think motive. The brother could have had some motive,
Okay, but he was like too obsessed with
and also
Gazelle.
I was thinking more along the lines of like I said, Daddy, but Daddy was clearly drinking it because he mentioned something about drugs, but Daddy was drinking the sangria all night. So I think this movie's not like that. I think it's pretty cut. More than I'm thinking about it, I think it is just cut and dry, and that it was her.
It was
Yeah.
her. It was her, and she fucked up everyone's life.
And here's the great question that me and Shane were talking about earlier.
Yeah, she killed a lot of people.
Why did she do it? And I don't think there's any rhyme or reason besides the fact that she wanted to have a good time.
I fully
Agreed.
agree with you.
There is no reason to this. She just did it to do it. I agree.
And that's what's scary. That's why I think this is a horror movie, because I don't even think this is something that's crazy or out of the realm to happen in real life. I really do
I
think
agree.
that this could, and it probably does happen more than we know, and I hope it doesn't, but like it probably does happen at parties, and it's fucking crazy, and someone that's there has literally zero control of that, besides maybe saying, okay, maybe I don't want the punch bowl that everybody's
And
drinking.
leaving early.
Yeah. So,
And that is Climax.
yeah, I Climax, I busted. All right, Michelle. So since you have never seen our or listened to our podcast, rather,
Is this an audio or a
yeah,
visual
definitely
podcast?
an audio. We then will review the movie on a scale of 1 to 10 on what we thought. 1 being a dumpster fire, 10 being an absolute masterpiece of cinematic greatness, and 5 being the middle point of like it was just average. We may or may not want to watch it again, and we go round table. Usually Shane goes first, then me, then Jen, and then guest, which is you.
Okay.
So I will start us off.
Thank you, Shane.
And I am giving this movie a 9 out of 10.
That's a big 9.
That is bold.
Ah, a 9, huh?
Yes.
Very bold.
Yeah,
Shady
tell us
boy.
a little bit more about that. A 9? That's really high.
No, it's very high because this movie I've now seen 4 times and I love every bit of it. I love the buildup of just like a dance group just dancing. I didn't know what this movie was the first time I watched it. So I didn't know that it was about to be people drinking a laced LSD punch and then the insanity that ensues in the last 40 minutes of it. And it does a very good job of making me uncomfortable. And like Brian says this all the time, it's hard for a movie to make me feel uncomfortable by watching it now because we've seen so many different movies. And this movie's still like, it made me uncomfortable. And it's a movie that just came out 2 years ago. And it's impressive in and of itself. The music in this movie is amazing. The dancing in this movie is amazing. The acting for people who are just dancers all do an incredible job throughout the entire
Incredible.
movie. This director, every time I watch one of his movies, I enjoy his work more and more. This is, I think, the 3rd or 4th one we've seen now by Gaspar Noe.
We've seen Irreversible, we've seen Enter the Void,
And then we've seen this,
so
right?
it's 3.
Yeah, and this is my favorite of those 3 movies. So, I mean, that's saying something because Irreversible is also a great movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, and I know Brian's going to give it a pretty high rating too, so I'll shoot it over to you.
Yeah, I'm with you. 9 out of 10.
9.
Yeah, I love this movie. So I originally, like when I first watched it, I'm like, this movie is my style Exactly. Like I love build up. I like small related dialogue that kind of builds up and you see it kind of play out somewhat towards the end. I would agree with you guys, and like there's some stuff that may not totally play out for the most part, but I think there's a lot that I may need another watch to dive through. I really do think, because on my second watch I picked up on a lot of things I didn't pick up on the first watch.
100%.
So and I love the dance and like telling a story through that in a way with the music, the style. It was just it was a really great storytelling. I know the dialogue might have been long at that one point, but I thought it was interesting. I think that the cool intro with like the weird like videos, like they're almost like trying to enter an MTV reality show was pretty sweet. I like that style too. It didn't bore me. It was not that long of a movie, and I could see there's maybe lulls, but it didn't bore me. I love this guy's style. I loved Irreversible. I also like this more than Irreversible. I also liked Enter the Void, and while people say Enter the Void is this guy's like best work, I actually have that as like my least favorite of the three that I've seen. Because Enter the Void is just this magnified by 17 on the trippy scale. Because that movie's extremely trippy. Not as disturbing, but trippy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the guy like fucking dies.
That movie is all bright colors and hallucinations.
And the guy's like dead and he's trying to find his soul and it's weird. But I like it. But this movie is definitely my favorite. That scene. He also did that one movie, one of his earlier movies called like Alone or something like that.
That's the one we want to watch.
Yeah,
and
I have to
haven't
watch
yet.
that. Okay. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Great acting, great storytelling. I love the narrative. So what Shane said pretty much, not a surprise.
I think I'm going to give this movie a 5 out of 10 because the more artistic ones personally just aren't my favorite to watch. And you're right. I don't super enjoy the really drawn out conversation because that type of buildup doesn't amuse me quite a lot. I'm paying attention to all the conversation, trying to catch things. So when it's that long and only a very small portion of it comes back into play, it annoys me. But that being said, I do agree with you that this is something very real that could happen. Someone could spike a whole bowl at a party of like jungle juice or something and you would never know. So for that's why I personally think this is categorized as a scary movie. That being said, I still prefer the more stereotypical forms of scary movies. I think those, I just out of preference, I enjoy more, but I can appreciate this movie for what it is. So 5 out of 10. I'm personally not going to watch this again unless like we're hanging out after the pod and you guys just put it on. That would be the only time I would rewatch it.
A little post-pod climax.
You guys were rewatching it when I got here to record. So again, that's the only way I would watch it. I'm not going to watch it on my own because I don't enjoy it. Also, if a movie's in another language, because I think it's pretty obvious that we talk about it on the podcast, I watch a lot of anime. I have to sit down and focus on the dialogue. So if I specifically go to watch something that I have to focus on the dialogue, it's probably going to be anime over this movie. But that being said, 5 out of 10.
I'm just going to, before we get to our guests review, did we ever actually say that the movie is in French?
No.
This movie is in French.
Don't think so, actually.
If this is the first time we're saying it in the review, this movie is in French and you do have to read subtitles.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's also available on Amazon if you have Prime Video. Michelle.
So I have mixed feelings here. Like, I would rewatch the first 40 minutes of the movie over and over and over again, 100 times, anytime. The dancing is spectacular. Like I said, I've already recommended it to a few of my friends. Like, hey, I watched this movie. Don't watch the movie, but please take a look at this. I wonder if it's on YouTube, just the dance ensemble.
I'm sure something's up.
Because it's so amazing. Everybody go on Amazon Prime right now. If you're into like voguing and real cool dancing, this is it. You have to watch this. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like any of the Cirque du Soleil shows.
No, I haven't.
I always wanted to.
Okay, O is by far, they dive into a floor of water. Like I can't even, amazing. And I think this is comparable. It was very, very good. I expect nothing less. You know, the French are known for dance, so I'm not like surprised. So I love the dancing. For me, you know, I like act on the side a little bit. I dance, I do everything entertainment. So I really can appreciate the art of it, right? Like I love, like you're right, the red scene at the bottom. Yeah, that was great. That was actually really good. And then the hallways with Selva, like awesome. But I can't get past the storyline. Like disgusting, gross. I probably could never watch the second part of it again for that reason. I'll probably give it like a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel bad doing that though because the dance is so amazing.
Don't feel bad. I've given movies that they love, like way lower rated.
Have I ever?
This is true.
Shane, you've given a couple of one. I've never literally ever given out a one on this podcast.
I've given out 2 ones, I think.
I've never given out. Have I given out a movie a one? I'm sure.
Rise of the Scarecrows.
I gave it a 2.
No, then I don't think you have.
Have
Yeah.
I given out a 1 yet? I think
Yeah.
I've.
Oh, actually, maybe not. Maybe
I
not.
feel like the lowest I've gone is a 3.
The thing is that it's not a bad movie. Like it's not bad. It's just not good to
Interesting.
watch.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
Interesting.
that's my take on it.
Cool.
Right. So it turns out, gentlemen,
Yes.
and lady, this is the part of the podcast where we will nominate someone who has died for our Necronomicon, our Book of the Dead. We will put them in as honoring their name, and Necronomicons typically are used as a reanimation book. So there's a possibility if the podcast wants to, we will think about reanimating them, but we probably won't. We'll forget about the book in our old age. The leprechaun's in there. It's in the Jin's
Yeah.
lamp. We really won't think about it. There's a dog at the top of the list. We'll
Yep.
probably want to reanimate them first. But that being said, who are our nominations?
We got some interesting people in this Necronomicon, though.
We
I'm
do.
like,
I'm gonna look through it after this. My nomination is Tito.
me too. Easily.
Oh, who died in the film?
Yes.
Your favorite
Yes.
death.
Oh,
It can be
okay,
the
okay.
most impactful. It can be the one that impacted you the most, your favorite death. Like, because, in horror movies, like, everyone dies in different ways. So it can be, like, your favorite death specifically. This one, we don't really have too many graphic deaths.
No.
So it can really just be whoever you want.
The hardest death for me was definitely Tito's.
Yeah.
I'm done for Tito.
I think that's unanimous.
Tito, it is.
Yeah,
we
poor
put,
Tito.
We could put him under the dogs. So the dogs first and then Tito.
Yeah, the kid who was and living it up, drinking that sangria.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
he was-
Life of the
He
party,
lived
some
life.
would
He
say.
lived life.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Is it Tito with 2 T's?
I think it's Tito.
That's what I thought.
Tito.
Tito.
They were clearly Hispanic, just by the way.
Yeah, her
Yeah,
name was
definitely.
Emmanuel.
Oh, yeah.
So
Why
awesome.
are you looking at me when you said that?
I was just looking. I was just smiling and being proud of my people
Yeah, I'm proud of your people too. I love Tito.
for making a French film as a
Oh.
great dancer.
Shaney boy, have you prepared a eulogy for Tito?
Oh my God, you guys go all out. Okay.
Oh yeah, we do.
Shane?
Oh, I'm ready. Tito, you were the youngest in this film, but you were the life of the party. Every time people were dancing, we weren't paying attention to them. We were looking into the background where you were standing there with your red Solo cup with one hand in the air, waving it back and forth. The problem was you were a little too young to understand you shouldn't be chewing on wires in the electrical room. And honestly, you kind of killed your mom because you killed yourself.
Que Dios te bendiga, Tito.
Exactly. I don't even know what that means, but now you're in our Necronomicon.
Shane, that was so fucking beautiful.
That was really good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So that is the end of our review of Climax. Thank you for being on, Michelle. We appreciate it.
Michelle, thank you so much. I know we said at the beginning of the podcast, but can you please remind us where people can find you, your dancing skills?
Oh my God, yes, of course. You can come dance with me Monday nights at U Fitness in Newark, New Jersey. I also choreograph and produce weddings and Sweet 16s. So if your child is turning 16 years old or you're looking to get married and you want to come out and look super cute, you can always follow us at @glamyourdance_. Get it like glam your dance, so like don't look dumb. I also teach privates and I teach beginners, and I loved everything dance, and everything I do around dance is about body positivity and confidence. So I love this movie, dance
Yeah.
portion of it.
I can definitely confirm Michelle is very good at what she does. She's skilled.
Thank you, Brian. Super sweet. Check me out.
Might be the
We'll
first
put
compliment I ever give you.
Yikes.
We'll put that in the description below where
Yeah.
they can find you as well.
No,
Thank you.
She's killer. She's great.
I showed Brian my dance moves like maybe the second day I started working with him, and I don't think he was ready for it.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for you being naked and dancing, so yeah, that's why.
I think Brian told me about that.
I don't think I was naked though. I think I was fully clothed.
You're right. You had all the clothes on, just like they did in this movie. Nobody took their clothes off.
Ryan was naked.
I mean, if the leadership of my team, of my job had not been there, I probably would have taken off some clothes.
Yeesh.
Well, with all that
Okay.
said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we'll see you next week when a stranger calls. So if you haven't already, please follow us on Facebook and Twitter at The Final Pod Ever. Follow us on Instagram at The Final Podcast. And if you haven't, please give us a 5-star rating on Apple. It really, really helps Apple, push out our content and recommend us to other people to listen to.
You're gonna see something probably from me and Shane that you're not used to.
What's that?
We're gonna feed each other things.